what? My camera keeps migrating down every time I relaunch OBS. And I don't know why that happens. Anyway, let me move that back up again. There's some bug in OBS when it comes to like nested groups and transforms. They like apply recursively or something. I don't know. Anyway, this is one of those I never thought I'd see the day moments. A spiritual successor to Suikoden. And I haven't read any reviews, but oh, it seems really positive so far. Forgetting when I move my camera, it makes it out of alignment. This is why it sucks that it keeps moving it for me. Do this shit. Can't watch the cool intro. Ooh. That's actually perfect because it'll turn it off for me. Thank you, Ghidorah. Oh, you got a fat Spider-Man flopping his sack around. I'm gonna watch that intro again because I missed it. I missed it. Distracted by OBS transforms and Spider-Man flopping his panis. Let's see here. Ghidorah writes, so great to see Brian and 5-second reviews and the roundup back on the latest IG. Yeah, same. I was like, it's a bummer we didn't have the best like headline for that episode, so it didn't do the best. But no, yeah, I'm hoping we can make a go of it. Brian has more. I don't want to share details that he's not sharing, but kind of has more bandwidth to write for Inside Games today, or these days, I should say. So I'm hoping that leads to an expansion of content. And the roundup is kind of the first ping of that. Yeah, another great day for video games. To all our JRPG fans. Ugh. It's early. I'm not going to get distracted again. It's early, though. The sun's hitting my shirt, and it's causing a glare on the monitor, and in that glare, I can see all of my, like, sneezed and gamer spittle. It makes me want to clean the monitor. Seems like they're going with the, like, Suikoden 2 imagery kind of off the top. Two brothers! But I have assumed too quickly, I think. I wonder how Arcane... Oh, it's the Kangaroo Man! I played a lot of... Actually, I got all the achievements in the prelude game to this, the prologue game. The, like, side-scrolling Metroidvania game. There's a magical girl in that. There's like, the tone of that game was not nearly as dark as Suikoden games typically are. Yeah, Eiyuden Chronicle Rising, that one. It was fun though. You know, it kind of has just very slight mentions to larger world lore stuff. But it was a fun little game. Of course, characters from that will probably appear in this. That's the whole point. Want to see the levels slowly get bigger. It's not Phantom Fury, not yet. I mean, I haven't finished Ion Fury. I guess that's not really... Oh, 60 FPS max. I guess that's not really a game... That's not really a game where you have to finish the previous one, right? It just doesn't feel right, though. I'll check that out later today, though. And then I finally got my Retro Tink. So, we're gonna get Steel Battalion rolling. I want to start that today. But that's going to involve some setup. Probably not much, provided that the RetroTink works out of the box. It should. Oh. Then I just have to figure out where to put my webcam to make it, like, capture the giant controller. Hey, Samurai Spartan. Oh. Oh. This is cute. An idyllic Japanese JRPG village. What could go wrong? Oh, bigger bird. Oh, yeah. Didn't even consider. I still have this little guy on my desk. Notice any similarities?
Hey there. You must be the new guy Emir mentioned. Welcome to the Watch.
Bravely.
So, what's your name? And why are you even here?
Well... the name's Noah. As for being here, I wanted to put myself to the test.
Do you think dialogue options matter? I mean, in Suikoden they did. That would like be the key to recruiting characters and stuff.
Just like Mimi. Sorry, I mean Mio. She's been touring the world to perfect her swordcraft. I can't get her to cough up the details, but I've got her pegged as one of those seeking vengeance for some terrible thing in her past types.
I can just leave my camera zoomed out these days. My chair's a bit higher, and so is my hair.
For the umpteenth time, wrong.
Hello. Robert Edward, thank you for the resub. Prepared for the Stellar Blade Discourse flavor of the month? It's already happening, right? People are already discoursing about Stellar Blade. There's already been like a whole round of gamers building it up in their heads and then getting disappointed and then doing it again. The annoying thing is that the things that people discourse about are never anything having to do with the game. Very rarely. People just use whatever surface level appearance of a thing to argue about whatever they want to argue about. So, yeah, it's been the whole month of discourse. I mean, I'm just glad that the game's getting some attention. Also, okay, this occurred to me this morning. Has Hyungtae Kim really not done the art for another game since Magna Carta? Or maybe it's all just been games that came out in Korea. It's weird to me that I guess it's been like 15 years since Magna Carta. But I was like, man, his art has always been hella horny. So it's weird that it's only just now kind of become a thing. He's like Shirao, but not as Geigery. It's just pure creamy horniness. No, I guess that was it. Yeah. It's just Magna Carta. So that, I wonder if anyone who's into Stellar Blade would like Magna Carta. It's a different game though. Yeah, weird. It's weird that it took this long.
Anyway.
And why was it Stellar Blade?
If you've got questions, I'm pretty
Now I'm curious.
emotional hand around this place. Yep. I've been here like 2 whole days.
Stellar Blade is made by Third Shift, same developers behind the gacha game Nikkei, in which, yeah, I'm familiar with that game. It's a culture war thing, and that already means that you can't really apply like logic to it, because it's based in suppositions and fears that that, you know, can't really be directly addressed by anything rational. So, discourse is silly. Like, it's weird how people have to over-intellectualize stuff these days, I think. Maybe that's just what discourse is people spinning thoughts on something. It's really not that complicated. She got a big rack and she beats ass. Like, everybody's, or I guess the internet's so used to staring at their navels and trying to introspect about whether or not something is a cultural good. But that's such a... I'm waiting for people to grow out of that idea having merit. Who cares? There's so much activity in the world that they're not, like, nobody's waiting around for a thought bubble on the internet to pass consensus on the social positivity of a work of art. But anyway, Chaser Boy, thank you for the sub.
I'm Gar. No one's been warming this post longer than me.
I'm Gar.
Ain't really saying much.
Yeah, Silent. It's everyone. It's one of those games where everybody's strawmanning about it. I think there are people who, like, it's mostly just like really worked up people who are using it as a weird totem, like a vestige of the rightness of their worldviews or whatever. Oh, was it Blade and Soul? Okay. I mean, South Korean MMOs are just horny in general.
The Watch are basically mercs with public backing, and we get slapped with every kind of job. Some folks stay, some folks leave.
I really mean this as a high compliment. South Korean MMO horniness is kind of on another level. I mean, sure, Japan gets up to some hijinks, but you will never see a like porcelain doll with the most perfect angelic proportions as you will in the character creator for a South Korean MMO game.
Don't know if you're a stayer or a leaver, but we'll see what you can do in the meantime.
I did see that hard R. That's funny. Like, I wouldn't expect a South Korea dev to know that, but that's pretty fucking funny. All right, first character.
I am Mio of the East Reach. Welcome.
Swing. Look at this. Look at these sprites, man. I mean, Suikoden had really exceptional sprite work for the time. I remember even Suikoden 1 kind of stood out because of its...
Leon. Or boss.
Like, there were so many custom animations for story beats. Just things like characters grabbing a plate or like handing somebody something. They would have all these really cool pixel animations for individual scenes. I didn't find my troll coat, Nick, but they were all very kind and helped me look for it.
So did I hear right?
It existed in the old office a year ago because John wore it in a Blade video. So it was at the old office as recently as a year ago.
I know the league.
Hopefully it'll
ain't got
tumble
much in
out
the way of rosy history
in the coming weeks.
But I guess this is some kind of goodwill gesture. All above my pay grade, but I know this much. When a politician shows you something with one hand, it's the other one you gotta keep an eye on.
Yeah, my camera's covering the
Job's a
here, one
job.
second. There's just some folks walking around gathering rice.
They set up a command post on the hill there at the Elder's residence. You ready for your first assignment?
Also, this is something that bugged the fuck out of me with Octopath Traveler and a lot of like tilt shift games or like bokeh blur games that do this cool effect, depth of field effect, to make it look more like you're looking down on a miniature set or like a tiny world. It works here because it's not just a gradient across the entire screen. The things that are actually in the foreground are kind of still in focus where the background is blurred. It bugged the hell out of me. Octopath would just be bottom to top half is blurred. Even if it was like a building like this sticking up, it would be blurred. So it was just like a shitty Photoshop filter thrown over the whole game, and it looked terrible. But this is better. And Octopath 2 doesn't do that, thankfully. All right, there. Got it off my chest. Been waiting for years.
Got this, kiddo. Just keep it loose.
It's also your first assignment.
Oh, also, I played a lot of Harold Halibut, which is reminding me a lot of Fantasian. There's something very cozy about mixed media video games. Even if I don't think Harold Halibut is strictly mixed media, I don't think it's actually like photographs and stuff. Main menu map. Here we go. Is there a jump? No jump. Oh, they're talking down there. We gotta walk. When did we hear Fantasian was coming to Steam and still no word? It was never announced. There was a Steam database entry for it, which sure like usually happens when a game's gonna come out on Steam, but then no word, nothing. And that was like a year ago? I love some good beans. I love my wife. She gets me the good beans. Sitting here thinking about beans. But yeah, Harold Halibut has this kind of shit. I'm into this. Just like it's like a shelf that has a bucket on it and another bucket and some bottles and a bucket. And there's one pan on the wall, two sconces with candles. Like this is sort of like pre-render layout. Pre-render PS1 aesthetic. 2 barrels, crates. But you need these point lights because you have to show off that you can bake in the lighting with these cool light gradients. Nozetsu, thank you for the sub. I kind of like Harold Halibut. It's slow. I wouldn't recommend it to just anybody, but oddly, I think being slow and boring is part of its theme. So I don't think that makes it not slow if somebody tends to get bored with a game, but it's at least thematically in keeping. Blanket Chip, thanks for the sub. Whoa! Boof. Oh. Oh shit, that's EE. Thank you for the 3 years. Yeah, 2D sprites in a 3D world is what it appears to be. Which is odd because the sprite has a shadow. No, I guess that makes sense if it's always billboarded and the cameras. Oh, they're Beyblading. Wasn't Beyblade a Konami thing? No, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! Yanmo? This is Arenside, one of the villages in Grum County. The horses are not pixel art, but the gerbil is. Maybe the rule is like if it's pixel art, that means you can interact with it. It's kind of like a Lego game. Sometimes you gotta let it rip. Sometimes it's time to duel. And it's important to know which time is which. You guys were trying to remember who David Patrick Kelly was?
The last of the arrangements.
I don't remember who David Patrick Kelly is. Hold on. Oh. Oh, okay. That's who David Patrick Kelly is. This is the Game Pass version, Schwartz.
Those prune-faced mules on the council just wanted to saddle me with the grunt work. I'm going to make them pay for it when we get home, mark my words.
Will we be returning to Norrister straight away, milady? I thought perhaps we might rest a spell. A few more days of this balmy weather would not go amiss. Additionally, I've heard tell of a local herb chicken dish that simply melts on the tongue.
Look at that cat. Look at that kitty cat. Oh.
We don't have time for that! Why do they keep pushing me down? Ugh.
Tried Head and Bloodright. I haven't even heard of it. It's the story with Head and Bloodright. And hello, Captain Jim Sparrow.
Well, so be it. If I have to put in double or triple the effort to make them respect me, then that's what I'll do. Now let's go.
Man, Pinky's out. She's holding up her dress?
You're with the Watch, yes? Good, good. As you may be aware, we need leverage to negotiate with the Empire, which means we must pull our weight on this little co-expedition.
Wait, what? Head and Blood Right is a boomer shooter where you play as a big-bosomed orc demon woman, and it's my favorite boomer shooter ever made, and I've played it a lot. Well, alright. Sold. You got yourself a deal. Hell yeah! Oh my goodness. How did I not know about this? Alright. Okay. Alright. Getting a little activated. Neurons are waking up. Is this whole game filled with stout orcish women? How about that? It's already in my Steam library. When did that? Oh, the demo. Extra thick edition. What's the extra thick edition? Extra thick. Whole bunch of goodies, wallpapers, avatars, the soundtrack, in-game cosmetic HUD. Designed in the style of an old-school dungeon crawler. Neat. Neat, alright. Just file that tab away. Visit that later. Very good, very good.
I don't expect you to find a primal lens, but if you locate the Rune Barrows, I'll see you're paid extra. Jingle jingle and all that, yes? Now get out there and show me some results. Dazzle me, handsome.
Sorry?
Janequist, we are leaving.
Very good, milady.
Oh, and see if we can get that herbed chicken to go. Well, that was a thing.
That was our new boss, Lady Periel, head of House Groom. Her land, her rules.
She sure took a shine to old Noah here.
Lucky you. Making a good first impression.
I did what now?
Only store in the village. God bless 60 FPS games, though. Wonder if his name is Garu in JP? Maybe? Alright. Yeah, the environments are not... Like, the interiors are a little basic, but that's okay. They're charming. Again, I like this stuff in the background. Just rolls of parchment. 4. And then a wall of potions. This is a very cozily appointed inn room. It's very easy to... It's so interesting to like... You can imagine all this pre-rendered, but it's not. It's just more like PS2 graphics. Kitty. Meow.
All right, we're here. Remember, this is a co-expedition with the Empire, which means we'll be paired with Imperial officers. Best behavior, all of you. Especially you, Leanne.
Sure thing. Wait, why did he call me out?
Yep, got one more game on the boomer shooter pile, I guess. And they don't stop coming. It seems like, yeah, Phantom Fury doesn't have the best reviews.
Soon, sir. I believe everything is in order.
But that only makes me determined to like it harder. to further prove my diversity of thought as a renegade.
Thank you, Hildy.
I don't know. I have a fondness for like Half-Life style road trip games, and so few people attempt them. Probably because they're really hard to make.
Co-expedition.
I welcome the exchange of olive branches, sir. A soldier's greatest wish is to not be working, after all.
Just so.
Oh, Sulaco's finally coming out next month?
Branches are genuine.
Oh. That game looks fun. I didn't play the demo. Yeah, that was most of Rising. I was running around in a dungeon. Getting rune lenses.
Looks like we found our officers.
I take it you are the delegation from the League of Nations? Welcome. You come well recommended.
Yeah, I'm simulcasting on Twitch and YouTube, so if you hear me talking to ghosts,
Lieutenant Kessling of
that's the other
Gallian's
chat.
First Imperial Army. I'll be leading one team on the co-expedition.
Awful young to be a lieutenant, ain't you? You some noble kid?
Is it your job to pry into my lineage, good Lycan?
I like his voice.
Guess not. Noted.
I am Hildy, Lieutenant Kessling's aide. The objective of this operation is to locate the Rune Barrows that were recently discovered in the forest.
Sorry, question. Why do we have to find something that's already been discovered?
Oh, I still have to finish Trepang too.
A local stumbled
What a beautiful
upon the ruins
game.
while lost in the forest, and while he provided physical evidence of the find.
He got lost again on the way back?
Correct. Our search team has been assigned
Whoops.
the area north of here, through the forest.
Unfortunately, we don't know the lay of the land, hence the joint effort.
You merge the chats together? I don't know. There's two windows. And I look back and forth. Yeah, Lunacid, for sure. Sheesh.
We'll handle the navigating.
I was so into Lunacid, man. That's like exactly the kind of game that's in the gap right now. In my gaming gap. Fooly Sour, thank you very much for the sub. Shower? Fooly Shower. Anyway. Seeing y'all on the Funhouse stream yesterday made me emotional, not gonna lie. Yeah, it made me emotional too.
Whole days for this.
An emotional day. There's still one last ride. I think their last stream is tomorrow. Ugh.
We're prepared to leave at once. Is this agreeable to you?
It's that weird double feeling of like your brain wants to reject the notion that I should be specific from my perspective. My brain wants to reject the notion that yeah, it's been 4 years since I left and kind of started doing this more. But if I really think about it and like itemize all those years and all those months and everything that's happened since then, it's been a long time.
Makes sense. We'd head in first, so the rest of your team knows where to go. Come on, then.
Thank you for the sub, DL Fusion. I don't know why the quotes aren't getting added. Hold on a minute. Aha! I found the answer. There. For some reason, I thought for new subs you could add a user message, but I guess that's not how that works. There. Thank you, DL Fusion. This is a game that just came out. Yes. This morning? No, yes. Yesterday morning? Yesterday morning. Like it's been out for a day.
Let's get this show on the road.
It was kickstarted a while ago, I think. Not that I follow it super closely, but
Sorry. Name's Noah, by the way. Nice to meet you.
I feel like it was one of the last higher profile crowdfunding successes. But that was like 3-4 years ago.
Likewise. Well, if you're coming, keep up.
I'm just saying, Shenmue 4 Kickstarter. We have to wait for everyone like me that grew up playing Shenmue to become...
To review, our objective is to traverse the northern forest and pinpoint the location of the Rune Barrows. Is that clear?
To become media magnates. Here's the cycle of money. You all go out and work actual jobs and make money. And then I smooth it out of your pocket with my wily gamer ways. And then I hoard it. And then I give that to Yu Suzuki so that he makes Shenmue 4. And then we all stop working because we finally achieved another Shenmue game. And then we can all relax. For a while. Hey, Nabu-san. Yeah, I'm doing great. Doing really good. I didn't sleep well last night, but I feel fine, so who cares? Oh, thank you, Gotham. Yeah, it seems like it meant a lot to people, and that's good. Feels good to you know, be in a position where I can do something that makes people remember things fondly or have a good experience. It's weird to think about, and by no means is it super comparable, but I couldn't get it out of my head the falling out between Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, and then like the surprise reunion on a telethon, and that meant a lot to people, and they both were really classy about it. Exchanged a few jokes. Again, I'm not drawing direct comparisons. That always stuck with me. That's class. Is when you, I don't know, when you can find a way to put whatever personal shit you have aside for the benefit of others. And then also it's really taking stock of things and realizing that like what do you gain by holding on to certain things? Anyway, it's a cool clip. Worth looking up if you haven't seen it. Exactly, Buzka. I subscribed because it was COVID quarantine, then I look up, it's been 52 months, and Shenmue 4 is in pre-development. Yes. Yes. The plan is working. We shouldn't be asking, can we afford to produce another Shenmue game? We should be asking, how many Shenmue games can we produce before the voice actor for Ryo Hazuki passes away? Although I guess, if this is one of those moments. This is like when Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis reunited for the telethon. The voice actor for Ryo Hazuki has, I would say, a moral imperative to lay down a dictionary's worth of VO work so that an AI, yes, exactly, ESPN, we're going the same place here, an AI can train on it and provide us with Ryo Hazuki tales long into the future. Ooh, saucy little tambourine, huh? You can rotate the map. Is that a fishing spot? Yup. Oh, that's fine though. That's fine though. We're in business, folks. We got an overworld. There's got to be random encounters, right? Give me a slick screen shatter Give me the finest screen wipe your engine can provide. Oh, is that not how this game rolls? We don't do random encounters anymore. There we go.
Let's get it done.
Could be better. But the show is going to be the pixel art in combat. It's a square game. They're not going to razzle dazzle me with their polygon frame buffer effects. When you meet an enemy on the overworld or in a dungeon in a turn-based battle, select fight to give your team commands and begin a turn. Your ally status is shown on the right side of the screen. Keep your enemies in the upper left. If your allies' HP drops to 0, they will be KO'd and helpless. Reducing all enemies' HP to 0 wins the battle. Losing all your allies' HP is a loss. At the top of the screen, you see the turn order of both allies and enemies. When the turn begins, characters act from left to right. You make battles easier by eliminating an enemy's HP before they go. If an ally is low on HP, healing them before the enemy's attack can make battles much safer. Gotcha. Right. Ooh. Rune lenses 1. Let's see here. Magic uses MP, skills spend SP. These techniques include powerful attacks, area attacks, healing, and more. Get back a little SP each turn. MP is only restored with an item or a location. Alright. 3 SP. Alright. That little puff boy looks polygonal. It's like, I guess some of the enemies are not gonna, it's not gonna be purely sprite based. I do like the idle animations for all these characters though. That's pretty cool. Oh, you give everyone commands and then the turn happens? Oh, that's interesting. Ah, okay. Okay. Warlf, Gar, and this dude are only going to go after everyone's already gone. So let's see here. You need to fight the puffball. Can't. Back row. All right. Okay. Ranged characters. Interesting. We got some row tactics. Magnus Rogar. Thank you for the sub. Did you ever play Cultic? I don't think so. Oh, I can target it, but I can't attack it. Okay. Huh. Alright, I'll just... Okay. Have it. I guess they'll default to the other rabbit if they don't kill this one. Oh, she can attack the back row though. Oh, he's got like 2 hook swords. Huh. They're gonna do that thing where multiple characters go at the same time. My mind was blown when I saw that shit happen in Suikoden 1. Where it's like, if 3 of your party members go in a turn, basically, if they're in a block, they all go at the same time. It's like, oh! It looked closer to what a turn-based combat system is supposed to be simulating, which is sort of the chaos of an actual real-time battle. Which I thought was cool. Huh. You have games that you really relate to being younger. What are some of your foundational games? Oh, sure. Huh. I mean, just the games I grew up playing, really. Super Nintendo stuff.
We're looking for
NES. Some 90s PC things once I got a PC there.
Keep moving. We've no time to waste.
I think like Earthbound and Final Fantasy VI might be pretty formative for a particular age.
Kind of a jerk. Why can't he be a sweet little angel like our Noah here?
Let's talk. More walk.
Hero collection thing seems like it could give Good variety for gameplay and strats. Yeah, Mike. I think, you know, kind of like Pokemon, it's not like every character is combat viable or even intended to be. But it was kind of cool. Like, it gave you a reason to poke around the open world a lot, to talk to every NPC. And even some of the like things you had to do to collect certain characters were pretty arcane, which, I mean, from one perspective could help replayability, but from another you could miss characters or get stuck. If you like took too long to get to certain places, the characters just wouldn't be there and you wouldn't be able to recruit them. So that's neat. Like, those are neat ideas, especially when it comes to JRPGs, something that can be a little rote. This music is great. The flutes are back. Am I gonna get random encounters in here?
Well, this complicates things. I don't know a quick way around, and there's no way we'll move this ourselves. Guess we'll need to back off until we get reinforcements.
Oh yeah, the Lego games? Lego games are great. Certain stuff you gravitated towards. I didn't really have the luxury of gravitating towards anything because I didn't have access to a lot of games. I think when I was younger, I was sort of fascinated by FMV. Or just like video in games.
Step aside, please.
He's gonna slash it.
Huh? What are you...
I was extremely dazzled by the maturity of PC games in the 90s. Because on the Super Nintendo or whatever, on console, I guess PlayStation, you started to get some cooler and more mature type games. And I don't necessarily mean just violence and sex, although that's nice too. But just a game like Fallout 1 was just so enticing. Something that was like brutal and mathematical, but also like had multiple resolutions to quests and could be played in multiple ways, and like your character build completely changed your experience.
Was that magic?
Completely different from something like Earthbound or Final Fantasy VI.
Felt different.
Where it's like, it's got a story, and if you're lucky, the story's good, but that's it. That's basically all the best you could hope for, and that you just have to hope that the mechanical system is interesting and that the aesthetic is appealing. That the art is good and the music is good.
Amplify the power of a rune lens by channeling it through a device called a regule.
Regule.
Huh, that's incredible! I wish mine could do that.
You've got a lens, Noah?
Oh. This game is for real old school in that you don't get a quest tracker for a lot of side things. Yeah, I noticed that.
Well,
The rich lady told me to do some shit, and it didn't like, plong, give me a side quest right away. I figured that would...
Dub, don't be a flub!
Alright. What?
There! Did you see the glint? My power is usually focused in my hand, but I can't seem to redirect it as magic.
A lens's power conforms to a wielder's talent. Yours is merely doing what you need it to.
So everyone here's got a lens? What about you, Hildy?
Oh, thank you, Gotham.
In a manner of speaking.
Nice.
You know, Harry, I want to be excited for Fall Guy, because I liked Bullet Train. I don't think Ryan Gosling is the right for that movie. I don't think he's not that kind of character. I don't know. I didn't think he was right for Barbie either. I think Ryan Gosling has been miscast a lot
Regule
recently.
contraption is pretty impressive. Are they common in the Empire?
Dunno. More importantly, where are you from, Noah?
A small village up in the mountains.
I don't know that he's like, don't underestimate the gods, I guess. I have yet to see him in a really like freewheeling, wild, fun lead role. I mean, I think he does like Muted and Depressed really good. He was perfect in Blade Runner. But And he was good in Drive, yeah, but different energy to that movie, completely different. Yeah, Nice Guys, also good, where he's like meek and gets shit on. I mean, he's good at being flustered. He's got that Cary Grant energy. I don't think he's supposed to be a like brash, cool, Nathan Drake-ish Indiana Jones guy, which feels like the lead for Fall Guy. I guess in the best lens, it's like just a common cool dude in over his head. Like I thought he was super weird in Gray Man. I didn't really feel it. It wasn't bad, but I don't think he was a good action lead in that movie. But Blade Runner is like perfect. Give me a Blade Runner, but not a like fun. He's not fun. And I haven't seen La La Land. Theoretically, that's Ryan Gosling at his most fun.
Were your folks okay with you joining the Watch? 'Cause mine sure weren't having it.
My parents are dead, actually.
Oh, sorry.
He's supposed to be a stuntman who's technically a background person. If they were super brash and over the top, they'd be the lead actor. In real life, yes. This is a movie, though, so it's different. Young Hercules is Ryan Gosling at his most fun.
It's all right. The other villagers are like family to me, especially Aunt Martha. And she really didn't want me to go.
Crazy Stupid
If you all
Love?
don't mind, we need to carry on.
Yeah, I don't know. Like Brad Pitt. Great. He had that... He had like a nervous sadness in Bullet Train that was great. Weirdly, I feel like that character is a better fit for Ryan Gosling, and Brad Pitt's a little too old to be the lead maybe in Fall Guy, but... Keep head tripping me by making the little puffball go first. Almost.
We're done here. That doesn't.
Oh, you just saw Snatch for the first time? Yeah, Brad Pitt really brings it in that movie, huh?
Training is the friend that never betrays you.
Ryan is great at being the pathetic, handsome guy. Yeah. Sad sack. You want to pity him. He's like a little puppy. I guess that can work. It almost works. Like there were a lot of things in Gray Man where he would like be in these ridiculous action sequences and then just like land it and just kind of be like that. He'd like brush himself off and be like, well, that was weird. And it like, it was like almost there. Like almost working, I feel like.
Enemy sighted. Ready to intercept.
Oops. Oh, they're runing. Do you get your SP? Well, I guess you keep SP from fight to fight. I wasn't even paying attention. Going for it, damn.
So long.
Like Jake Gyllenhaal should have just walked off the set of Roadhouse and onto the set of The Fall Guy. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal's almost too far the other way. He has some real unhinged wacky guy energy. Jake Gyllenhaal belongs in every Michael Bay movie. A ring adorned with a ruby. Yeah, I was mostly thinking of Ambulance, but yeah. He's one of, I guess, what is it? Fucking Mark Wahlberg. Like, there's few actors that can actually, like, I think give Might obey the intensity he demands. That's interesting. Look at that rock up there. I've seen the first episode of Shogun. I need to get back into it though.
Yes.
Instead of watching Shogun, I watched Used Cars last night, the Zemeckis movie, which I'd never seen before, and now will absolutely, oh shit, absolutely think about on occasion.
That's what you get.
Does this mean I'm promoted?
When Marky Mark cracks that Bud Light and necks it in the street of Transformers. Yeah, it's good shit, huh? Like, and honestly, like, the few shots you get of Mark Wahlberg just kind of like looking incredulous and confused are also pretty golden. Nick Cage in The Rock? I'm trying to think, well, let me think. Most unrestrained Nick Cage. Wild at Heart. Bad Lieutenant. He was wilder in Face Off than he was in The Rock. He's pretty good in The Rock though. He's like the straight man in The Rock.
Huh.
Yeah, he was the most restrained in Dream Scenario in the best way. Adaptation was really good, yeah.
Some sort of shrine, though the design is unfamiliar.
Yeah, he only got to be unhinged for like 3 or 4 scenes in Face Off, but they were good scenes.
We're not alone.
Yeah, The Burbs is really fun.
There goes my plan to stop for a picnic.
Yeah, watching Used Cars really made me feel like there's just a craft of writing that isn't around or isn't used. Used Cars is so smart because it kind of blatantly telegraphs everything, but it also makes a joke out of telegraphing everything. Oh, Vampire's Kiss. Yeah, boy, he really goes for it. Peggy Sue Got Married. Just that fucking voice is enough, I think, maybe? His weird nasally thing? Who knows what the fuck he was going for there. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but he's pretty unhinged in Moonstruck. Like, I think it takes a lot of talent to be unhinged in so many different ways.
Right up.
Most people can only be insane in one particular kind of way, but he's channeled it in a lot of different ways.
Something's here.
Weapons up, everyone. We got company.
Where? I can't see it.
Up there, above us.
Yeah, damn, Color Out of Space was good.
Enemy sighted. Ready to intercept.
Whoa. Look at that art. I actually can't tell if it looks like it's a 3D model. It's just kind of animating at 15 FPS or something. Does damage to a column of enemies. Okay, interesting. Bypass an enemy's armor. Moderate slashy damage. Ooh. A little acoustic guitar. A little picking and grinning. I like that percussion in the background. got a very synthesis thump, or a very synth thump on top of like flutes and shit. I like it. Not familiar with trespass, no. She goes first. Good stuff.
Apologies.
Go!
Oh, there's probably going to be team-up attacks and stuff, huh? That's exciting to look forward to. Oh. Oh, I did go first. I wonder if picking certain actions can boost you up the activity meter. That's the wolf howls. Aroo! Activate wolf power. Look at all these SP Mio has. Nothing to spend it on. Tragic. Okay, yeah, it like skipped me up the turn order. Oh, okay, it actually shows where you'd be in the turn order when you pick your turn. Okay, interesting. So it's a mix of stats and then also what you actually pick to do.
On your feet. Apologies.
There's a Beyblade minigame? Fuck yeah. We got fishing and we have a collection minigame that spans the rest of the game.
Ready to attack.
Dare I say gaming?
Gaming.
Oh, you know what's interesting? I saw a remember there was some stream ago where I was fantasizing about a Game Pass creator program where you would just get free Game Pass in exchange for plugging the games or something. Guess what? Guess what arrived in my email? Hold on. Let me see. Hopefully there's nothing like... Oh, I've been distracted by new emails. Oh, sheesh. All right, hold on. Yes. Yes. Apply to the PC Game Pass Partner Program today. If you get approved as a partner and create regular content for the campaign, you can receive a regular 1-month pass until the program ends. I did it. Although I don't know how that works. If it's just PC, I guess I'd only have to pay for the Xbox version of it. You could just buy them separately, but it still works, I guess. Anyway, these are all Streamlord problems. Oh, thank you, Booska. We need to reset society. It was better when we all wore long coats and fought animals in the woods with swords and the wolves had swords and pants. I agree. You know why? You know why it's not like that anymore? Woke. It's woke. Woke is why. Thank you for subscribing to my newsletter.
Farewell.
Did you get an email about the Xbox MasterCard? Oh, all right. I don't know. I don't think I did. Maybe I did.
My blade swings true.
That feels like something I'd remember. Hold on a minute. Let me check. Aroo! Name a game in recent memory where here we go. As an Xbox insider, you can now apply for the new MasterCard. Join now. Surely it's more than one click, right? Okay, hold on. I'm not part of the Xbox Game Pass program yet, so this is not shilling. The no annual fee Xbox MasterCard. Earn card points with everyday purchases. Redeem card points on games, add-ons, hardware, and more at xbox.com. Earn card points on the things you love. Dining delivery. Oh my god, really? Specifically, it's a gamer card. It's just media consumption and food delivery. And then 1 point for everything else. Can I put... There needs to... This would actually be dope if there were like a tiny little screen in it that always showed your gamer score. Wait, did that say 30% APR? I wasn't even looking. I was just looking at the points, baby. On FAQ. I don't know where to do my card points. No, I want to see the interest rate. Where did you see that? 20 to 30? Oh. But what about my member benefits? I can personalize my card. It's the same shit. It's just the same thing. It's... Oh, Googling. Okay. FICO score for free! Woo! Needs to play the Xbox boot up sound when you make a purchase.
What was that?
Every time you swipe it. Schwong.
The Forest Eater, they cause plenty of trouble around my village, too.
Hey.
E.
Lizzie, thank you for the sub. 1 year.
Thing you brought us.
Flew by.
And we know what we're talking about.
All right. It's time to come clean. It hasn't been a year. I actually set the clocks forward on this stream so that people get billed faster.
Yes. Thank you, good Lycan.
I have a name. It's Gar.
As you wish, Master Gar.
When you say it, it sounds so sarcastic. Fine.
Google says it's a variable rate topping at 31%. Caveat emptor, baby. Welcome to America.
Call me Mio.
They got to find some way to offset the cost of all those free Xbox points they're doling out.
In that case, I'm Leon. I saw you checking out my moves during the fight. Pretty snazzy, eh?
How else do you think they can
Yes,
afford
they
to
were
give me free PC
hard to
Game
miss.
Pass? I'm sitting here getting dopes to sign up for the Xbox Game Pass or MasterCard, whatever.
Supergirl you met.
I just got to shift 15 credit cards this month and I get a free $12 code for PC Game Pass. They're all having a good time. Little anime laugh at the end here.
I owe you thanks as well, Noah.
Just count yourself lucky we spotted it first. Anyway, are we ready to move on? The barrels are close. I can feel it.
No, you can't. Stop trying to hog the spotlight, new guy.
Oh, cursor. We got pick-upables too. Surely I'm gonna have to use that lumber on something.
What is...
Maybe there was a thing in Rising where you had to like dump resources into shops and stuff to upgrade them. So if it's pure Suikoden, there will probably be a home base at some point with facilities to upgrade and staff with recruited NPC members.
What'd you do, Noah?
The mist is clearing. It and the shrines must be linked.
trap designed to protect the Barrows. I've read reports of such mechanisms.
Hey, love black girls. Welcome, welcome. It's gonna have Suikoden and stuff. We hope. Ah, Kags. I'm glad you're here. My thing arrived. I'm gonna hope to set it up today.
That.
We can finally get some Steel Battalion stomping around on the stream.
It must be part of the Rune Barrows.
It'll be easy. Easy. Just set it up, 10 minutes tops. Play it, 4 hours, in and out, done with the game.
Peter, maybe our rune lenses guided us.
I am really curious to see if, like, I gave that game kind of an honest chance back in the day. Kind of, but not really. So I'm kind of curious if it's actually playable. Can I, as an adult professional video gamer, conquer Steel Battalion? Or will I just get to level 4 or 5 over and over and over again?
Somebody's smiling on you today, Lieutenant.
You only have to look up and down when you're, like, first starting, I remember. Oh! Teton, thank you for the sub. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, Eiyuden's finally out. Hell yeah. I have my, like, side cam, so everyone can...
See? I told you guys. Pay dirt with a capital P.
Everyone can see the ridiculousness.
Yes,
I just like the lights.
but the entrance is closed.
The boot up and like starting Steel Battalion is the best part. Turning all the switches and hitting the
So long as
ignition.
the ruins still hold life.
Rune barrows and lenses are closely intertwined, although some of the more neglected ruins no longer respond.
So, this is the end, right? Mission accomplished and all that?
Not until we know if these are the correct Barrows.
What do you mean?
Our true objective is a special caliber of rune lens known as a primal lens.
Ah. Gotta connect so we can play the sequel? Oh, well, I was thinking about that. I mean, that game was made by From Software. The sequel was. But
mere
everyone
possibility
hated
of
it.
Finding one is why so many resources have been mustered for this operation.
Hey, yeah. I think the Yelly lady in Aaron's side mentioned something about that.
Is this primal lens so different from the ones we have?
I got the Kags. I got the RetroTink 2X, which I didn't need like the full wombo combo expensive deck. I just wanted like a pretty basic component to HDMI adapter. Because yeah, I got like a $20 store one that was real bad.
Been discovered.
Yeah, see, Captain, I was thinking the only reason I would play that game is to do what you did, which is try to play all the games from FromSoft.
There's only one way to find out if it's here.
I regret it so much due to that fucking thing. Yeah, yes. The Kinect was bad. And its games were bad.
Don't worry. If something's in there, we can take it.
Fair enough.
Then it's agreed we'll explore inside. Good.
Such a bad game and it plays like fucking ass. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I remember they made a Fable Connect game that was probably the best they could possibly do. They tried so hard, but you just can't get over the Connect being dog shit.
Get a look at this place.
It seems promising.
Over there.
What's that? I can't make it out.
Is it the primal lens?
Pretend it is. What do you get out of this? Fame and fortune?
Yeah, Fable Connect game was the most fun I had on a Connect, and it barely worked. Dance Central was fun,
Let's just
but
say
also
it'll be
kind
a
of had a
stunning
problem with
accomplishment.
feedback.
Does anyone see a way to reach it?
Well, we came this far. Let's sniff around.
Wonk. I sniffed. Sniff around. Walk 1 pixel to the left.
Ooh, it's another one of those gate things. Back up, folks. I'll handle this one. Rub-a-dub-dub. Open, you schlub.
She gonna do the speed hands again? I liked that pixel animation. Nope.
Hey, this one's broken. Open, you dumb door.
Yes, of course I remember Milo. Hold on.
Science fiction writers, filmmakers, they haven't imagined what we're able to do today. We've been experimenting something here. I'd like you to meet a boy called Milo. He's a character that can recognize us, he can recognize our faces, he can recognize our voices, he can recognize emotions in us.
Oh my
This is
God.
Claire. She's going to introduce you to Milo.
Hi, I'm Milo. How you doing?
Hi, Claire. You okay?
Actually, I'm a bit nervous.
You? Nervous? I don't believe it.
This is the first time that thousands of people are going to see this.
Thousands of people.
Here we're seeing Claire being recognized, and the emotion in Claire's voice being recognized, and that emotion reflecting in Milo's face. Those are all being seen for the first time.
So listen, I was thinking today you should let me beat you at football again. That is if you finished your homework. You have finished your school project.
Milo?
Is that Claire knew Milo so well, she knew when he was worried about something.
Milo?
His head was down, he wasn't looking at the camera so much, and this is about you meeting a character, a person.
I'll
Milo?
help you with yours. Then yours will be brilliant.
Man, this is rad.
Alright. I could just try to catch some fish. Draw some pictures in my journal. Maybe I'll do okay this time.
I think that's a good idea.
Lift off!
Remember when Molyneux left the games industry because everyone was too mean about how he never delivers on anything he says?
Exactly.
See?
I don't think Molyneux left.
Well, great. Let's
He's
get
not
started.
doing much these
Put
days.
these goggles on.
He announced some NFT thing that didn't
Put them on like this.
didn't go anywhere because that was presumably the only way he could get
Has
funding.
been thrown a pair of goggles.
No, he did what, a goddess?
Acted, she felt the need
22
to reach
cans.
down
Yeah, he's still a
for those
dev.
goggles. Now everybody, every
I think you're thinking of
this reaches down
Phil Fish.
because they feel so connected.
Canceled Fez 2 and was just like, fuck all you.
Cool. So what are we doing? Do I have to stand at the edge?
Well,
Put your hands in. It's not too cold. I bet the fish think you're a monster.
that'll be $400. You can splish fake water. Wow. Wow.
There Claire is. In
Nah, we can't. It's fun to bag on Molyneux, but Bullfrog made a lot of very, very good games.
being able to touch fish, being able to swish the water with her hand. Everyone who's experienced it, their hairs are standing up on the back of their head.
Populous was a really important game.
Some real magic.
Syndicate.
Well, you're good at drawing.
They're only
Black and White is a game. It's there.
Well, here, I'll have a go.
No one else was going to make Black and White.
Do a body and a tail, the big fin, and a smiley face. There we go. What do you think?
Look at what just happened.
orange.
Claire drew a picture on a piece of paper. The piece of paper was held up to Milo.
Yeah.
Natalia.
I'm already bored.
I think it's more like...
Didn't this guy and James not like each other? I remember James being mad that Peter Molyneux talked over his punchline. He was upset that Peter Molyneux stomped on his bit. That's what I remember. But this was also like 8 years ago when that happened. No, like 10 years ago. He was such a good sport.
Okay, now the new guy is seriously overstepping.
Sorry, boss. Can't help it if I'm a natural.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Buska. He's just not doing interviews anymore, which is wise. But also not doing a whole lot of developing? Because he probably doesn't have a budget? Yeah, Dungeon Keeper, Bullfrog. I don't know how much you could, specifically assign to Molyneux. I guess it's probably a matter of record which games he was director on, or creative director. The Elon Musk of gaming.
Are we locked in?
I guess that might be Chris Roberts these days.
Either someone truly wants us here, or...
Oops. Yeah, an auto text would be good. As soon as Molyneux scaled his team down and gained a more important role, his games became terrible, which implies the successes were not because of him. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think any successes are because of any one individual, especially when it comes to games. I think a lot of it is jazz, It's teams that are in the right place at the right time and funded in the right way, I guess. Make exceptional games. I think there are design processes that individuals can follow, and there's experience that individuals can have. I think it's almost like film. The producers are kind of the ones that have the most influence because they kind of determine the marching order of everything else and to some degree staff the game. Yeah, no, I was thinking of Yoshi P, and that's kind of why I bring up production. If you're on top of your shit as a producer, that can be the difference between a game that ships and doesn't. And that's kind of everything. So yeah, I think high level organization of logistics is probably the most powerful thing an individual can do when it comes to video game production. But while that influences creative decisions, it doesn't make the creative decisions. It kind of just sets limitations, which can make some creative decisions.
This place is amazing.
So, what's with the pictures?
Jerry Bruckheimer enters the chat. Yeah, Joel Silver, I'm thinking of like
Means something.
the Hollywood producers that would basically cast a film. And the resulting film kind of had their stamp on it.
Perhaps there are new places to explore.
I know what those buttons are. Oh, uh-huh.
Whoa!
Oh, I did it wrong.
Popped
out.
Need help?
No. Just didn't know it would work like that.
Words?
We got a little jittery robot over there.
Yes.
I don't know. Part of my worldview was shattered to listen to the director's commentary for Die Hard and learn how much of that movie was just kind of improvised. Decisions were just kind of made on the day of what to do and how. But it was just the combination of everybody kind of at the top of their game, firing on all cylinders.
Doesn't even count as exercise.
I think something similar happened with the first Mission Impossible movie, which does have some severe plot holes if you really think about it. It's not It's not like a buttoned up
Perhaps we
film.
should search-
I know.
Yes, you did it! You're such a good widow, Noah. Yes, you are.
God.
Thanks, Leanne.
Yeah, Jaws. Still writing the script as they were shooting.
Holy crap! The lieutenant laughed. You okay? Did it hurt?
There was it was weird. Speaking of script writing as you're shooting, I was lucky enough to see Spielberg and Villeneuve do a Q&A about just kind of a little interview about Dune 2. And they both described a process where they would write a script, storyboard the script, and then go back and change the script to align with the storyboard. And then even when they were like, they both said that like in their film, storyboards are the real script, and the script kind of has to warp around that, the flow of the imagery. But that's kind of interesting thinking about like writing stuff as you go, or as you see the film you're getting and you see the evolution of the shots and the characters, that can change things subtly or change where they go. Man,
You must have imagined it. Come on.
That's when it's like there's some times where I start to understand just how little I understand about the creative process. But to know your process well enough that you can, I wouldn't say freeform it like that, but you understand, where you're headed, where you're going, and how to adapt as you go. That I get some understanding of with my limited experience in video production. Yeah, they're both very visually minded. Spielberg was like marveling at the number of extras in some of the shots in Dune 2, and then he told a brief anecdote about filming Close Encounters, where to get this whole crowd of people to look at the right direction, like they were tracking lights, he just had these like giant billboards up that said like 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then he was just on a megaphone shouting at this whole crowd numbers, and they all had to look at the number when he called the number. And he was like, yeah, it was really boring. It was like a whole day of just reading numbers to a massive crowd, trying to get them to all kind of react in unison. Well, yeah. The magic of filmmaking. I just like thinking about 400 bored people.
What do you think?
Standing in a
line?
random base, staring at numbers.
Let's do a sweep.
It looks like a dead end to me.
Same.
Was it Amazing Duck on YouTube for New Order's Blue Monday? They were making it up as they went along, and how much the lines between myth and reality of the producing of the song blurred as time went on. Huh.
Zane!
Wait, you ever hear McTiernan and Michael Crichton were directing The 13th Warrior together? They literally were shooting opposite scenes in the same soundstage, sending actors back and forth, sometimes shooting the same one after the other, and the editor would just choose which they wanted later. Huh. Is Crichton a director? That almost sounds like the studio were throwing Crichton a bone, but they wanted a backup, like actual dependable director to get shots that they needed? That's interesting. I had no idea.
Eiyuden. Can you see what's going on up there? We must have fallen a ways, because no one is answering.
Yeah, I can barely make out the ceiling. Crazy that I'm not hurt. You okay?
Oh, he directed Westworld.
I am,
Oh,
surprisingly.
cool. That's a well-directed
Ask me how or
show.
why, because I remember none of it.
What little I saw of it.
Guess we just got lucky.
I saw season 1. That's it.
We'd better go find the others.
I looked around.
I remember finishing season 1 and being like, people are going to want more of that, but they shouldn't. That was it. It's done now. And then I just walked away. And I felt really cool doing it. Man, was I cool.
We'll have to
Oh, the
wait for
movie,
others
not the
to
show.
come
Never
to
mind
us.
then. I haven't seen the movie. He was dead before the show. That makes sense. Did he direct Omega Factor? Hold on.
So,
I mean, they let Stephen King direct some things too. Coma, Great Train Robbery, Looker, Runaway. I've seen Runaway. Yeah, he's credited. He's credited for uncredited reshoots on 13th Warrior. Oh, Timeline. Wait, the video game? Wait, what? Why is he credited with directing the video game on IMDb? Weird. Whatever.
Sane Kessling.
Right. Sane.
Yeah, that's right.
Gotta say,
Westwood was Jonathan Nolan, who did Fallout.
The Pride of the Empire doesn't look a whole lot older than me.
The Empire may indeed consider the House of Kessling a source of pride, but I've yet to earn that pride myself.
It's bad. Yeah.
How did you end up enlisting?
Yeah, that feels like Crichton, as part of the adaptation deal, insisted that he get to direct, and then the studio was like,
well,
okay, but...
Once I left home, I felt like I had to... I don't know. Do something. Joining the Watch felt like a good start.
And what is it you wish to do, then?
Good question. I guess I just want to help people.
Like how Steven Spielberg took over AI from Stanley Kubrick? Well, that was because Kubrick died. I don't think that was because the studio didn't have faith in Kubrick to, like, finish shooting the movie.
My sister Lean calls me a meddler. And as much as I hate to say it, she's not wrong. So I suppose I want to find out what's so wrong with meddling.
A meddler who doubts the merits of meddling.
I shouldn't have told you that.
But I'm glad you did. And worry not. I'm certain that faith in your meddlesome nature will see it become your strength, if it hasn't already. A suggestion, though, if I may be so bold. Return home for your sister's sake as much as your own.
What's that supposed to mean?
I found myself taken by a premonition upon hearing news of this primal lens, and now having looked upon it with my own eyes, I am fearful of it all the more. A new age of conflict may be upon us, Noah. The Empire and the League of Nations at war.
At war? Kinda out of nowhere, don't you think? We're here working together now, aren't we?
We are, but at the machinations of one Dukes Aldrich, a man utterly entranced by these rune lenses. He wishes to acquire them, and has shown himself willing to mobilize his military to do so. That he is capable of convincing other nations to do the same is ominous.
Ooh, the Timeline video game is by Eidos, and Crichton did direct it. It would make great MediaTek content, super cringe line deliveries. What kind of game? Is it an FMV game?
He is a formidable man, and with the regules, he
that sounds
has the
cool.
means to use the lenses as tools of war, even the primal lens, should he so desire. And few are those who can control their desire in the face of power such as that.
And if you're right, and this war comes to pass...
JRPG hero...
What then? ...
A first-person puzzle game. Ugh.
I will do what must be done, as a Kessling must. The misgivings of one man are not reason enough to besmirch the good name of a noble house.
Is that so? Well, if the time comes, I guess I'll...
What was that?
Is it a DOS game? It's on my abandonware. Okay.
Over there. I see light.
Pretty much anything is playable as long as it's not like Windows 95 or like Windows 3.1. Unfortunately, Mobus is a Windows 3.1 game, which is kind of a pain in the ass. I have to figure out how to install CD drivers in
Some of the rubble fell away.
Windows 3.1, which involves getting like a CD driver file into the VirtualBox, which you have to kind of like have a virtual drive mounted for that. I don't know.
No idea.
It's a pain. It's a pain.
I don't really care so long as it leads to a way out.
To arms!
Looks like some real edutainment bullshit. Great. Fantastic.
Yeah! Got him! That's what you get.
Might be worth checking out. I do love me some campy 90s FMV.
Noah?
I hear it. We've got company.
To arms!
That's it? Bugs? How's the game so far? Really want to pick it up when the physical edition comes out next month. I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. Pixel art's good, music's good. I don't know that I've necessarily been charmed by the world of the characters yet. There's been some funny lines here and there, but it's early on. Still super early on.
We're on our own until help finds us. We must take caution.
There might be more bugs. I'm playing the Game Pass version on PC. So it's Xbox app. Speaking of, the guide button doesn't bring up the game bar anymore. Also, the game bar is on the wrong monitor. How does that... Thank you, Xbox. There we go. I clicked off again. Oh, I could have gotten achievable. Look at all these achievements I'm gonna get. You see all these points? They will soon be mine. Although fucking plumbers don't wear ties fucked me. Shocking. Where do I... Wait, how do I see my own profile? Oi. 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 I don't understand why... Oh, there it is. It's right there. Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Didn't do anything. Yeah, look at this. Gross. Disgusting. I had to even it up from fucking Bro-tato. The plumbers don't wear ties had the gall to give me an 11-point achievement. Bastards. Completely trolled.
Let's do this.
They're gonna make me get...
Look out. Thanks, Noah.
Oh, that's cool. If your ally is under tech while low on HP, you can have another character leap in to take the damage instead. The covering ally can't be KO'd this way. Oh, that's nice.
Nothing to worry about.
But I guess an ally with 1 HP probably can't be doing covers. Yeah, Bro-tato's fun. I actually really like it.
Also, I see now that you were right.
It's it's a survivor game, like a passive bullet hell, bullet heaven.
Throwing yourself in front of me like that was meddlesome indeed.
Well, you're still welcome.
I mean, I like being a little trolly with that stuff, like giving somebody a 1-point achievement and then maybe a 9.1 that's like not that long after it, just to even everything out. There was some game that did that. I can't remember which one, but like when you started it, it gave you like a uneven achievement, but then when you finished the game, it evened it back out. We're like, ah, that's cute. That's cute. We're being cute here. That's interesting that the like items have stacks like that. Then it's not all just one stack.
To arms!
Look at this little guy. He's dancing up on me.
This is it! That's what you get. This was a valuable experience.
Looks like a way up. Come on. I bet the others are searching somewhere around here.
These comrades of yours must be reliable indeed to worry so.
Reliable indeed.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I just met them today, but we're still rock solid.
What? Never mind. I forgot who I was speaking to.
Your aide must be beside herself. Hildy, was it?
What? No mug of ale? Let's see here. Alright, so just catching up with Steph. What do you think of the game that killed Factor 5 Studio? You mean, what was it, Layer?
Oh, I'm sure she's handling it just fine. Either way,
It was tragic.
Can't stay here. Lead the way, Noah.
Sony's been kind of sadly instrumental in burying some really good studios. Although I don't know. I'm not sure that it was the best bet for Factor 5 to put it all on a 6-axis motion control game.
Say, Noah.
I never played that.
I've been thinking.
Yeah?
We could probably fight more effectively if we timed our attacks
Ooh.
better.
PS3 have no
Why
game.
don't I use my rune lens just as you strike the enemy? Worth a try.
Sure. Let's give it a shot.
Mom's gotten another urinary tract infection, the 7th one this year. Wow. She's pretty good at it by now, huh?
Here comes a chance to practice right now.
An interesting hobby she's picked up. Oh, there we go. Friendship combo. Okay, each participant uses SP. Sure. Snap.
I've got this!
Yes! Yes!
By the rune power!
Gaming may seem like a flippant diversion, but when you accumulate points, suddenly it becomes very real. It's the points that make it real, you see.
It worked.
Told ya.
Did you now?
Yep. I mean, it was your idea, so I trusted you knew how to pull it off.
10 gamer score. Friendship acquired.
Bam! I was right.
That simple, was it?
She gets another UTI, she'll get a free ice cream at Baskin Robbins. It's the small things.
Well, if you say so.
You gotta look for the silver linings. Sane. Now that's a unique JRPG name. Like Surge or Sergey. Yeah. I mean, nothing will ever beat the Hall of Famer Butts. Although I guess he's Bart's now. Canonically. What was the main character's name in Legend of Dragoon? PlayStation should get rid of the motion control. Only Astrobot uses it. Did Foam Stars come out on that? I figured given its Splatoon adjacency. Oh yeah, Dart. That's good. Dart Feld.
You're done! Nothing to worry about.
Now that's a quality RPG name. You take Dart to the bank. The Xbox bank. Because you got to pay them back for that massive interest rate you said yes to. And kidney stones. She's very good at that as well.
Right, that should do it. Let's move.
Man, the twofer. Hey, Iceman. Welcome. Yeah, that's terrible. I'm joking because that's what I do, but I'm sorry to hear that she's going through that. Yeah, either laugh or cry is one. Yeah, it's life. I'm in relatively good health, so if anything, it helps me appreciate that. And everyone listening to this should appreciate that now too. If you're in good health. Thinking about that line. Iceman, thank you for the sub. I think I need to put in a little logic that so Iceman, now that you've just resubbed, is it possible to put in text with a resub like that? Or did you just choose not to? Because maybe I need to put in a little logic that if there is an input box but it's blank, then I can throw a totally sweet gamer quote in there.
Look, it's the primal lens. Did it activate?
Don't ask me.
It didn't give you the option. Huh. Maybe because it was Prime? Huh. I wonder what the difference... I swear resubs. Text box is sometimes off the timing of subbing. Odd. How odd. I think it's based on something else. Huh.
So this is it, right? Did we
Nice. Got the titty gif and everything. Thank you, Kala.
Look sharp.
Sup, look sharp. A golem? Your badge is back, yes. Yeah, sometimes those don't show up either. Twitch always works 90% of the time. I've never seen the text box when I resubscribe with Prime or announce how many months it's been. Yeah, I don't know why you have the no audio one. Oh, Ronnie, thanks for this. Thanks for the re-membership. Yesterday I decided to stop smoking weed because I want to do better. Well, that can be a great start. Clearing the fog can give you perspective on things that might be invisible to you if you're weeded up.
You ready, Sin?
It is important to create negative space in your life. I mean, the complicated phrase for it. Sorry, I'm watching the cool fight. The complicated phrase for it, the intimidating word is meditation. But honestly, just giving yourself some empty space to let your body and your mind and your heart kind of just do whatever. I've found, just speaking personally, have been very surprised at the things that I wasn't thinking about, but that my mind could eventually kind of settle upon, or even like my own psyche would present to me after just 15 to 20 minutes of not being distracted by anything or being overly concerned with what I'm doing next or the problems about myself I need to fix. If you can just create emptiness for a while. Yeah, the ADHD brain. If you can find a way to calm the buzz. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself, ADHD addled. I don't know if there's oh, that's weird. It stacks them completely in this screen. How strange.
Go. You okay?
But certainly with a nonstop parade of media, and social media, it can be very easy to prevent yourself from ever reflecting. Oh, even accidentally. Now some people don't want to, which I get.
You ready, Sin? I've got this.
but that in itself is sort of an indication of something. Ooh. There's a character. Hold on. There's a character in Rhapsody, a musical adventure whose name is Shart. S-H-A-R-T-E. Is it Shartay? That's awesome.
Insane. I'll hold it off. Don't be a fool. I'm in command here. It should be me who stays. I can't let you do that. You've got a big future ahead of you. As do you. Go, Zane! There's no time!
Getting banned on Twitter was a blessing in disguise. Amen. I use social media specifically as a very precise time killer now because that's, well, it is nice to catch up on life events of people. That's a nice way to do it, but I invite everyone, when you finish a session of scrolling a social media service, ask yourself how fulfilled you feel. Fulfilled you feel. How nourished. Reflect on the 30 minutes or whatever. And ask yourself, what did that contribute to my life and my mental state? And you might reflect on like seeing some cute animals or like a funny sketch.
What are you doing here?
Little early to be calling a retreat, Lieutenant.
I don't know.
The cavalry has arrived.
I certainly found myself feeling extremely empty. Like the time just disappeared. And I would even try to remember what I looked at, and I could remember one or two things. But then if I think about the ratio of like valuable insights I gained versus time invested, not worth it. There's just so much noise you have to kind of elbow through to get one shred of genuine human expression.
Show this monster that flesh and blood are more powerful than stone.
Ready to teach this thing a lesson, Sane?
Also, Twitter's for haters. I don't know. I heard Andy Cohen say that on a fucking reality show reunion episode, and I can't stop thinking about it.
I'm ready.
It's true. Did you play Star Control 2, the Urquan Masters? Yes. That was like the first 4X game that completely swallowed me. I remember playing that for like 8 hours straight. I think it's because we had like I'm trying to remember how I got access to it back in the day. I think it was like one summer where my mom, she was a teacher, and they got a computer for her classroom, and then they let her bring it home over the summer. So they let me loose on that thing, which is awesome. I didn't have many games, but I remember playing Star Control 2 and Wing Commander 3. Because it had a CD-ROM drive, and I was just like entrancing. I've always wanted to play through the Wing Commanders on screen. That's FMV pureness right there. I thought I meant like-minded people on Twitter, but it turns out like-minded just meant angry with no target. Yes. Yes. Very well said, M. Geezer. I think a lot of people mistake passion for substance. And anger can seem like passion. But no, there are people who are just caught in the complex of antagonism. And that's what has replaced their entire reason for living. Is getting sucked into the fake combat of online social media. Angry with no target? Oh, so gamers? Except their target is usually the wrong person or entity? Well, yeah, I mean, I think it goes up and down. I think that phenomenon exists in probably every fandom and subcommunity these days. Ooh. Ooh. I only have I can only team heal like one time, I think.
You ready, Zane? I've got this!
Pro wrestling Twitter is literal hell. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Careful! We're in bad shape.
The Golem Pulverizer. I don't know if... Oh, that doesn't go first. Ooh. Ooh. Guess I'll just have to hope somebody doesn't die. There was an article recently on Bethesda talking about the death threats they got after Fallout 3's announcement. Oh, wow.
Not like that.
The gamers being chill as usual. Kept thinking about a comment that said some people have spent more time complaining about Fallout 3 than playing Fallout 1 and 2 because they've been doing it for 13 years. Yep. Yep. I don't know. That exists at all layers. I remember one of the most disappointing things that I saw working at Machinima and kind of getting visibility into the way that a lot of game writers operated. They spent more time talking about games and like tossing around smart sounding thoughts and commentary and discourse than they did actually playing anything. They would typically, I say they, like I'm generalizing a ton of people here, but yeah, it was such a thing to like play a game for 1 hour and then like kind of adopt the consensus opinion about it.
Not like this.
You ready, Sin? I've got this.
Sometimes I love the Starfield moments when people have to review something in a vacuum, and then you get the people who gave it 9s and 10s and shit. Like, ooh, okay, you don't actually have an objective appreciation of what games do or what's considered a good or a bad. Damn, do you? You just operate on hype. You operate on hype and consensus. Let's see, that deals damage to all enemies. I feel like having them attack separately is probably more damage. Ooh. Kitsune Creations, thank you for the sub. 52 months. So far is insane. I was hoping to get your opinion on the current situation I'm dealing with. Within the industry I am in, a rumor was started that I charged someone who wasn't a client of mine. This was verified as false since the client in question is a close friend of mine. Sadly, the damage is done, and it currently feels hard to both trust people and have motivation right now. Sorry for the long message. In terms of advice, that's a bit tricky. Sometimes people say shit that hurts, and they're allowed to get away with it because, I mean, if it caused you material damage, if it cost you clients and work, and you have a paper trail showing that, you can sue. Because that's like, well, if you're in America, you can sue. But yes, knowingly spreading false information that causes you like to lose work, you can recover money from that in civil court. So that may be something to think about if the damage is really bad. If the damage is instead to your pride and your belief in the morality of the world, that's a bit trickier. And that's something that I've struggled with. It can... I'm trying to think out of... It sucks to eat shit, but it gets easier the more you do it. I don't know. Part of life is learning how to get fucked, because it happens. Unless you just recuse yourself from the world. Damn, items don't go first. Fuck. Oh, it didn't kill him. So if it's just that like somebody was spreading rumors about you and people believed those rumors and now you've lost faith in people that you thought would have believed the best in you, it hurts, but now you know the score. Now you know who to trust and not, and maybe in some ways this was a cheap price to pay to know where people stand.
Anything can happen on the battlefield. If you want to survive, be ready to adapt.
Damn right. Take what you're thrown and turn it to your advantage.
Yeah.
Mercs don't have to play
I guess
by the book.
Let me try to sum it all up. Give yourself permission to be upset. You're allowed to be upset, but there's also a point where you have to admit to yourself that being upset doesn't do anything anymore. I think, I keep thinking, I don't even remember what movie this was from, but there was an Elvis movie, and I hate to quote a movie about a real life scenario, but I don't know, there's something about the phrase that works. He was the songwriter, shocking in the movie, and like one of his first singles got stolen by another musical act, and he was all broken up about it because that was his song. They stole it. It became a #1 hit. He didn't get any of the money from it. He was broken up about it, but then there was a scene where he was like talking about it with whatever girl he was in love with, and then he said, "Well, now that the crying's done, let's write another song." And then from there on, it was just like, well, it's in the past. I did it once. I can do it again. So if somebody may have landed a shot on you, but if you know what you're doing and you're confident in what you're doing, you can do it again.
Maybe we could use the rubble to take cover.
And the people who operate in an above board and clean way, they win in the end. Untrue rumors don't persist, especially if you conduct your business in a professional way. I think people will eventually catch on to that. Let's see here. Some battles, like boss fights, may have a gimmick. If a boss battle has a gimmick, it will appear in the upper left of the screen. Don't hesitate to use them to get the upper hand. Well, that's cool. For instance, if someone uses hide and debris in this battle, they will take cover to evade attacks that turn. Watch what the boss does and hide when the time is right. Cool. Huh. I like that they're explicit about the gimmick. Attack/gimmick. Oh, okay. Tell you what, you go over there because you're all hurt. You go over there. Ah, thanks, Never Die Pride FC. Yeah, Omar invited me up. I was happy to do it. I've always been happy to go back and do whatever. Oh, interesting. Okay.
Guys, something's happening.
Take cover!
Oh. Can you not heal them if they're hiding? Maybe that's the thing. That's fine. It gives me a chance to restore SP? I don't have that. Oh, oops.
Not doing good here.
I'm using this! On your feet!
No, okay. I guess I just forgot.
We can't take another blast like that.
The next time it targets us, we'd better get behind something.
Yep. On the bright side, now you know who to not waste time trusting. Yes. And that can be a challenging thing. That whole when people tell you who they are, believe them kind of thing. I've been guilty of that. Just like desperately wanting to believe better of people and ignoring warning signs. Yeah, the way that the camera kind of pitches in and bobs around is very reminiscent of Suikoden. Man, gaming is back. We got our turn-based combat. We got our exquisitely animated pixel animes fighting a big old golem man. It has a phase 2 with a gimmick. I miss the days of tons of JRPGs everywhere. I miss them now that they aren't quite as common as they used to be. The big budget ones, no. If you dig around on Steam, though, boy, can you find a whole sea of them of varying quality. But I would say in recent years, there's been an uptick in like bigger budget, higher production JRPGs. I mean, Yakuza, or excuse me, Like a Dragon switched to JRPG. Dragon Quest 11 was really good. A couple of there's been Sea of Stars was really good. Chained Echoes really good. Yeah, but then there's also just a ton of like Me Too, Samey. Yeah, the RPG Maker JRPGs are slathered all over Steam, and those are cozy, I guess, but sometimes a little too samey for my taste. Persona, gotcha. Yeah. Persona 3 Reload just came out. And 5 Royal, I guess, came out not too long ago. Dodge. Focus on evading attacks, increasing evasion for 3 turns. Huh. Started Fear and Hunger, which is a JRPG that is the opposite of cozy. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon? Slay the Spire? I mean, I guess it's interesting because card games, I guess, are fundamentally turn-based. And sometimes aren't too dissimilar from JRPGs in the way that they play out. This dude's just giving me free turns. Oh, huh. Okay, I guess it's down to the character whether or not they do dodge or defend.
Yeah. I'm using this on your feet.
Apologies.
Engaging.
This boss fight has some pretty beefy health pool too for being this early in the game. Beefy. Final Fantasy 16. Not really an JRPG, I guess.
Mission complete.
Oh, there we go. Maybe it's a bit of nostalgia causing me to think that way. Doesn't help my attention span has plummeted like crazy. They don't occupy like the biggest conversations in gaming anymore. They still have a place in fandom gaming, but yeah, I mean like gaming in general is just like Call of Duty, Fortnite. Like they don't give a shit about JRPGs. So it doesn't feel like they're the like blockbuster pinnacle in the way that Square kind of made them feel for a while.
Got him.
Also, generally in the console space, RPGs or JRPGs for a minute were kind of seen as being a lot more progressive or having more room to innovate in terms of like storytelling and theme.
You sure it's a he?
You were either shooting everything with a gun or you were sitting back watching your animes deliver a variety of character studies.
That was a rune golem. They've been sighted before at other barrows.
Yeah, before woke, my bad.
Guys! Come look at this. It's so big and so bright and so... yeah!
So this is the motherlode, huh?
I'm still excited to see Final Fantasy 16 on PC. I'm gonna wait until it comes out there to play the DLC.
Imagine wielding it. No. It's likely too much for one person to contain.
But I like that already they're giving you a 6-person party that also kind of leans on turn order.
And I am so dang happy. I mean, I had my doubts about the League and Empire working together and stuff, but we pulled it off. Yep.
She's right. This victory belongs to all of us.
Well said. This discovery is a symbol of newfound friendship between the Empire and the League. Let us remember it always.
Man, they're gonna be friends forever. Everything's looking up in Eiyuden Chronicle. I don't know what an Eiyuden is. Played Uprising, and I don't think that ever came up, but maybe it is. Yes! My dingle dangle! Yes!
Then we are agreed. The disputed Norsfarian territory will be ceded to the Empire.
Now we're getting our lore.
In return, the Empire will pay annual compensation to the League Council for a period of 10 years.
An Eiyuden is like a Suikoden, but legally distinct. Aha!
Done.
God, you're right. It is three
This
syllables.
graceful
But it ends with
solution to
den.
another of our long-standing problems. This is truly a joyous day, gentlemen.
Yeah. I guess we really are the Suikoden 2.
On behalf of the League and the monarchy of Norrister, I praise you for your tireless work, Dukes.
You have Euchrist's thanks as well. How marvelous that peace between us will be sustained.
Unless the esteemed General Goldwyn plans to hang up his uniform, I wouldn't dream of quarreling with the Empire.
Nor I with you, King Valmoris. We all know the ferocity of Kanani warriors, and I fear I would be outmatched.
Yeah, we'll keep them in line.
Hear, hear. Today's meeting has been an excellent demonstration of what we might accomplish together.
Oh, this has auto text.
If I may, Dukes Aldrich?
No, it didn't. It just did for that one thing because it was time. It was actually timed. That's interesting.
Groom's daughter, was it?
Oh, it's Groom. All right.
Periel Groom, Your Grace. Such an honor to meet you.
Periel, you're an adjunct, so you're only here to facilitate.
Quite so. And as such, I would like to facilitate a discussion about why, after giving the Galdian Empire
Oh,
the
you can turn on
final
auto text in the options. Great.
a year ago,
I'll have to do that.
we've received no reports as to how the research is progressing. And perhaps I might also facilitate an explanation as to why they haven't paid their share of the costs.
I'd heard that Count Groom's air was sharp as a tack and twice as prickly. And I see the rumors are true. My apologies, Miss Groom. The primal lens is a rare artifact. Even the Empire has never seen its like. As such, its study is taking longer than we initially anticipated. However, you have my assurances that we will respect your contributions and share our findings as soon as possible. I will also ensure you receive payment by the time you depart. I believe you're staying with us a few days longer.
Indeed, Your Grace. It's a beautiful city, and I was hoping to explore it. Also, it's Countess Groom, not Miss.
Periel, no.
My deepest apologies, dear Countess. I pray you enjoy the rest of your stay in Galdea.
I didn't know if it was Galdea or Galdea. That's how you know how classy your JRPG is. Galdea is more direct, brash, American.
Please don't ever do that again, milady. Oh, thought my heart might stop.
They asked me to facilitate. I facilitated.
You demanded, milady, and to Dukes Aldrich no less. The man whose influence in the Empire is surpassed only by the Emperor himself.
Emperor.
I'm well aware, Janquis. I simply don't like the man.
What do you mean? The Dukes has gone out of his way to make peace with us.
That Norsfaria purchase gives him Fort Atlas, which is the perfect foothold for invading League lands. And he got it for a song, especially when compared to taking it the hard way. Also...
Also?
I can't stand his smug face. Anyway, enough of that. We're going out tonight. So long as I'm here, I intend to sample Galdia's finest.
Yeah, the voice acting's really good. I've noticed the challenge that it can be, especially in the world of anime, to like portray a strong-willed woman without sounding, you know, nagging or chiding or, I don't know. The audience doesn't react to strong-willed women that well, especially early on and especially in anime-themed things. But she's really charming. She's pulling it off super well. She's standing up for herself in a way where you're like, yeah, I like her. I want her to get her way.
Very good, milady. I hear tell of a regional speciality where they melt the cheese just so, and...
Yeah, she was really like, fuck that guy. Yeah, I agree.
Hey, new guy. Getting used to the watch?
I've been at it for half a year. 2 days less than you, remember?
Ha! What a kidder. Anyway, I'm gonna head over to the mess hall. Not like we got anything better to do these days.
Well, she never changes.
She never changes. How's the game? It's been on my radar. I mean, it's pretty straightforward and cozy and uncomplicated so far. It is giving Suikoden, which is the whole point. Might be a bit of a deep cut for folks, but whoa.
Some stress relief, perhaps.
Please, Cassandra. But yeah, pretty rigidly turn-based JRPG.
Need a rest.
Classically inspired. I still have access to... Oh, wow. Oh, support characters. Cool. So there's room for more, like to take more NPCs with you.
Do come again whenever you need to lie down.
Played the PSP ROM, English ROM hack of Suikoden last year, so it might be right up my alley. Yeah, if you like Suikoden 1,
Right away.
then this game will probably be your kind of thing. Gear prep. Oh, booms. Oh, look at all those slots. Filled with all kinds of things that plunk down into those slots and change your stats.
Ah, Noah. Perfect timing. Gotta talk to you.
Oh no, Crown, it's fine. I don't expect people to know what this is. This is Eiyuden Chronicle 100 Heroes? Yeah. It's a new JRPG.
What is
in the style of Konami's classic Suikoden series that has been inactive for
high turnover.
Gosh,
People
15
come,
years?
People go.
Was Tier Crace the last one, the DS game?
Heck, even
It's also kind of weird, but I kind of like the way that the character portraits sort of zoom up from the characters. A little animation of the boxes flying up.
You to take my place as captain.
It does kind of, I mean, it's a PS1 style
I'm not
effect.
planning to up and vanish anytime soon.
Oops.
Yeah, it'll be good. Wait, what? You're making Noah the acting captain? I've got seniority by 2 days. You should have asked me.
Yeah, it doesn't require a $70 tag, but there are games that it's definitely alright for them to have such a price. I mean, yeah. So, I don't know, when people say that games are more expensive these days, it's kind of hard to make that case directly at all. When a game like this, let's see here. I mean, I'm playing it off of Game Pass, but how much is it on Steam? $50? I mean, it's a game that is probably it's greater in scope than the original Suikoden, which cost $50, but that's 25 years of inflation rolled back. So, I don't know, man. I think Suikoden cost more than $50, maybe. It was not a common game. So I think it had that JRPG, that rare JRPG tax added onto it at US retail. So I don't know. when you can get a game, like you get the benefit of inflation for the $50 you spend, and you also get a game that's greater in scope than a PS1 game would have been. I'm gonna guess this is one of the backers, but it's cheaper and better, which is what capitalism is supposed to do.
The acting captain.
Yeah, thank you, Captain. You pay $70 now for a game that does the same as 4 $50 games did 20 years ago, and better. And that's like just the game itself. That doesn't even account for all the connected services. Cloud saves, digital downloading, social media sharing, support. It's a lot of little gizmos in the background that are all just kind of considered part of the escalation of the experience.
Sure. I'll do it.
See?
Cross-platform support.
That's what I like about you. Now for your first assignment. Let's go tell Emir what's going on.
Yeah, Hi-Fi is an indie, but its price was crazy low. Yes, Hi-Fi Rush. A game that would have, like, it surpasses the concept of a PS2 AAA game, but is cheaper than that, easier to get, and higher quality. Like, you also get the benefit of developers having 2 decades of expertise that now get poured into these games. Yeah, patches that add and fix content. I mean, the negative way to look at that is that they launch unfinished games and then patch it later. But I don't know. No game is ever finished.
Something.
And at least there's the possibility of add-on content, which is what I would have loved for games that I loved back in the day. But there was just no pathway to that unless they like made an expansion and shipped it like a physical product. But yeah, something like Helldivers 2, where every 2 weeks there's a new gun, or maybe a new enemy type that's revealed in a playful way.
Did it ever occur to you that I might have my own plans for how to allocate our resources?
So yeah, gaming is great
My job
and
to
cheap.
create order out of this shoddy ragtag outfit is beyond me. I'd quit on the spot if it weren't for her ladyship.
I was thinking about the galaxy of free and cheap games you can get just from a Steam Deck that can then also output video to a TV.
Hey, it is
with like a $20 dongle.
Going forward, Noah chooses our teams. And if you catch wind of any jobs, you set him up.
Yeah, I think that link still works. I think it just redirects to the homepage. Yeah. You can get Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition for $6.59.
Jobs. Oh, there's no shortage of those.
It doesn't come pre-packaged with a bouncing natural breasts mod, unfortunately.
To assist the standing army in times of crisis, but it seems I was mistaken.
Konami's sitting on the Suikoden 1 and 2 remasters. They're delayed until further notice. I could see Suikoden 1 and 2 being very challenging games to remaster. If they don't have the like original assets, which they probably don't. You have to redo all the pixel art in higher resolution, and that's a lot of just...
Why me? Why? Why?
A lot of blunt work.
Right then.
And then I guess re-render all the backgrounds.
Would please the Watch's finest.
Well, Suikoden didn't have pre-rendered backgrounds.
Tiger hunting.
It was all pixel art, I
Not
think. So
listed.
you're basically just redrawing the entire game.
Wolf hunting.
Anything related to hunting, not listed. However, the Watch is shorthanded. If you meet anyone gullible enough, capable enough, then kindly recruit them. Can I trust you with that, oh great captain?
Just Noah is fine.
That's where AI Gen comes in handy for real masters to upscale. Yeah. Yeah. I was thinking about that with like, I remember playing the Jedi Knight game with up-res textures, or Final Fantasy VII with up-resed backgrounds. Yeah, we're not long until AI can, I mean, it's already doing that. Up-resing. That's what like DLSS does, sort of. DLSS and frame gen. Can this be considered pixel art? The characters for sure. The environments are 3D
I'll
modeled.
consider letting you thicken out your team. In the meantime, I can't spare anyone.
Count me in.
I know you need me, kiddo. Say no more.
Yeah, it's there. I can see a future where a game is just a seed of data, and then the game experience you have is extrapolated out from that seed via AI, custom tailored to match your behavior patterns. Huh? What? Battle plan in the main menu. Configure what each party member does in auto battle. That's fucking awesome. It's got a gambit system like Final Fantasy 12. Awesome. I noticed that auto battle would have them use their SP, which is fine because it regenerates, but I was curious if they'd give more control over that, and they do. Yes, the game plays you. There it is. Look at that. Bingo. All right. Well, now that I've set that, I'm going to change games. Let's check out...
Good to see.
Oh, oops. Let's check out Phantom Fury. Huh? I'll get a few hours in Phantom Fury.
Some stress.
And then I'll take a break to set up for Steel Battalion. So I'll be back in a bit. Phantom Fury, guns, body jokes, maybe like a dry erase board I can interact with. Lots to look forward to. See you real soon.